I went to the Power of Words panel yesterday. The things that stood out to me were, first, that if somebody is criticizing your content and you find yourself becoming defensive about the argument, to take a step back before reacting and to think, why am I being defensive? So you turn around and turn the focus on yourself rather than to outwardly focus on what that person did and reacting to targeting that person, even though that may feel sad. There was also a lot being discussed about being aware. There was a lot being discussed about being aware of what you're saying and who you're presenting online. So it's this weird mix, I hear, where it's create content and do it and put yourself out there online, but be cautious, and not cautious, be conscious of what you're putting online. So don't just throw things out there randomly, but at least put some thought into, how does this contribute to a community? How does this contribute to the online dialogue? It's a weird balance that I don't know if I have figured out, or whether, and I think this is a struggle that I'm encountering with whether or not I want to be private or public. The Power of Words panel is also important. There was a lot of discussion about making sure you're educated, and that if you aren't educated, to sharing the floor space and the mic with another person who is, especially with people who are marginalized voices. So this is something I hear a lot in class at Duke about how don't speak for somebody else's experiences. So as a man shouldn't necessarily be saying, well, a woman experiences this, or a white person shouldn't say this, that a black person experiences this. You want to let people speak from their own experience. Another surprising aspect that I found during this panel, these discussion, is I'm terrified right now of making a mistake on YouTube, of like doing something wrong and the world remembering it and this being used against me, and use this whole aspect of shame and privacy and people taking things out of context. Whereas here, what I'm hearing is make mistakes, do it, just keep making content, keep growing. It's okay to grow and learn on YouTube, which to me is very counterintuitive. I don't want to grow up on social media. It feels very scary to do that. I want to grow up in the privacy of my Duke bubble, which is one of the things I realize is actually great about the Duke bubble. We have the ability to be in this closed area and to grow and learn and experience, whereas online, or in this like public forum that is Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and all these different things, you're not shielded. You don't have any sort of protection of if you make a mistake. But here, while I've been here, I've heard, make mistakes, grow. We will forgive you. That's who you are as a person. We know you're human, and we want to see you grow and develop, and that's okay. So there was a lot of discussion, engage with people, call out the hate, call out the things, but I think you need to do so carefully. Don't do it to harm the other person, because then you're not helping anything. You're causing another problem. Engage with the person, maybe as on a one-to-one level, maybe it's a direct message, maybe it's tweeting, if you want to, of course.